All right, it's that time. It's Christmas. I can't believe it's already here. It went so fast. I'm also losing my voice, so I sound like a prepubescent boy or a boy going through puberty. So this is going to be amazing. Let's do the sponsors. We still have all of our sponsors. Blue Apron at blueapron.com/happy endings. BLUEAPRON.com/HAPPYENDINGS. You get 30% off your first box. And this is awesome, guys. Like, if you're done, you're going to be done cooking, you don't want to cook. Maybe you want to do something special for New Year's and you don't want to go out. So you can have Blue Apron. What they do is they send you a box. They go grocery shopping for you. They give you a recipe. And what they do is you just cook it, and it's super awesome. You can take complete credit for it. They do not ask for credit, as I always ask for credit for anything I do. So this is blueapron.com. 30% off your first box, guys. This is an awesome service. We also have Famous Smoke Shop. New Year's is coming. Maybe you want to have a nice smoke while you celebrate an ending 2018, bringing in 2019. We have two promos, Hot 20, which is HOT20, and you get $20 off your purchase of $145 or more, or Hot 10, and you get $10 off a purchase of $85 or more. Fucking go smoke it up, guys. Light it up. You know, you can have fireworks and you can have a cigar for New Year's. Handy app. If you're sick like me and you don't want to cook, you don't want to clean, you don't want to do fucking shit. Hell, I could probably hire somebody from Handy App to do these sponsors right now. But Handy App is a super awesome app. They do everything. Not only do they do house cleaning, but they do fix-it stuff. And it's like a one-stop Handy App. It's super awesome. And if you use promo code APPSAVE30, which is APPSAVE30, you get 30% off your first booking. I'm also Shoe Dazzle, because even though I don't feel good, I still like my shoes to be pretty. Shoe Dazzle actually brings shoes to you. It's a monthly subscription. You can pause it. You can stop it anytime you want. But what they do is you take a test, and depending on your test results, they send you shoes that they think that you would like. And Shoe Dazzle, if you use promo code HAPPYSHOES, which is HAPPYSHOES, you get $10 off your first box. I don't know if you've purchased all of your Christmas presents yet, but this would be a fucking awesome Christmas, New Year's present. Birthdays, I don't know what's coming up, but this would be something really cool to give someone, and you don't really have to do shit. Like, you take the test for them, and then they send you the shoes. So if they don't like the shoes, it's not your bad. So that's cool. And then Dollar Days. Dollar Days is a bulk website. It's awesome. It has so much stuff. It has holiday stuff. It has shampoos, conditioners. You can buy all this stuff in bulk, so you don't have to go out. So, like, if you feel the apocalypse is coming, you can do that. And Dollar Days, we have two promo codes. Happy Endings 20, which is HAPPYENDINGS20. And you get $20 off your purchase of $200 or more. Or Happy Endings Ship, which is HAPPYENDINGSSHIP, and you get a flat rate shipping of $9.95 or more. On the table this week is Andy Haynes. Andy Haynes is a New York comic that my friend Sam, his manager, was able to get me while he was in LA. He was super cool that he was able to do this for us. So I appreciate Sam. I appreciate Andy Haynes. Andy Haynes is hilarious. He cracks me up. He's actually he has a favorite episode of John's on crime, which is CRIIIME, which is another awesome website. And so enjoy.
Reasonable for how, like, great she is.
Yeah. And that's your only tattoo, right? I didn't see any other.
No, I got a couple.
Oh. Are we doing Jesus pose?
Yeah.
All right. So have you ever had a massage before?
Yes, many.
Many, okay.
Most of them are like the
happy ending one?
No, I've actually never gotten a happy ending. I probably should, just so I can speak on it from authority.
Did you just decide this one I put you in? Where did I get my lotion? Hold on, I'm professional today, guys. God damn.
No, I go to those Chinese ones all the time, but I feel vaguely bad because I do think it's like human trafficking, probably.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Because I can't imagine like a 40-year-old Chinese man wants to come to America to massage,
You?
me for $30 an hour, which I'm sure is being broken down into way less.
Right.
But I just I put my morality on pause when I need a massage.
Because it feels good.
Although some of them seem legit in New York,
Mm. Well, that's right. You're a New Yorkian now.
Yeah, I'm a Brooklynite.
I love that. Let's see. I'm only a minute in, and I haven't introduced you yet, so that's good.
Get undressed, get under the sheets. Ooh, you're in for a treat. No, I promise this is not a dream. It's just a happy ending with Joy Eileen.
I have Andy Haynes on the table. Yay!
Hi.
Hi. Now, have you ever broken anything? That's my next question I like to ask, is like any crazy hospital visits?
I'm all sorts of broken. I used to be a professional skier, and I broke my femur, and then when they fixed it, it's a 1/4 inch longer than my right leg, so it's all kinds of jacked. Mainly my back. I got scoliosis and this one called spondylolisthesis, which is a real sexy name.
It is. It's hot.
Yeah.
Now, do your hips hurt because?
That's the main thing that hurts. This right hip is always fucked up.
Do you get adjusted? Are you a believer in chiropractic?
I am, although I love chiropractors, but I want them to chill on how much they want me to come to them or buy their supplements or, devices. Because I love it, but every time you go, they're like, and, my plan of attack is that you should come in here 3 times a week. And you're like, dude, what are you talking about? I don't have $150 a week to be adjusted. But I like what they do.
So you should go to my chiropractor because he doesn't give a fuck.
Okay.
We don't sell supplements. And the people are like, when should I come in next? He's like, I don't know, whenever you want to.
Yeah, because I love, a badass adjustment.
Oh, I do too. They adjusted my shoulders for the first time yesterday. Worked there 11 years.
Holy shit.
11 years without a raise. I don't know why I just stared at my computer when I said that, but I did. And I will also edit that out.
No, we won't.
Just in case.
I do this and suck it now.
But they were like, hey, Joy, we just, we were practicing our shoulder adjustments. We know how to do it, but we haven't done it in a while. Can we practice on you? And I'm all, when the f did you learn this? And they're like, in chiropractor school? Well, that was way longer than 11 years ago. Why are we just learning this now?
Did they pop your shoulders out?
No, it was so simple. You just put your hand on your hip. They put one hand on your shoulder in the front, and then they grab your elbow and they go. It was just this movement, super simple.
And it popped?
And it was all clack, clack.
Oh, that sounds great.
And I'm all, is there anything else you want to pop? I mean, my hymen's gone, but where else are we going with this?
My hip, the one you're on right now, that's the thing that pops, and it's the most satisfying thing,
Oh, yeah.
besides an orgasm, I think.
Yes.
Popping things in your body.
Yeah.
How awesome would that be that you could orgasm and then have your back adjusted at the same
I
time?
bet you there's some gnarly, yoga babes that can do that. They
Probably.
can do, a handstand and come while they're adjusting their thorax or
I
whatever.
mean, there's
the fuck
guys
it-
who can suck their own dick, so...
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I bet Ron Jeremy's done it before.
I
I
don't
don't think it's been recent.
Not recent,
Yeah. That doesn't seem like he's adjusting much.
No.
no. He's not adjusting well at all to anything.
I remember the first time I kind of realized what the store was, the Comedy Store, was I was sitting on the side patio waiting to go up, and Ron Jeremy walked by with 2, I'm assuming porn actresses. I don't know what they were, but hot ladies. And then right as he walked by, Iron Man walked by the other way, but that guy that used to do the roast battle that was in a fully functional suit.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, where the fuck am I? But it's great. I loved it. I love how weird that place is.
That's kind of how, the first time I walked into the Comedy Store, I'm all, home? Yeah. Where's my bed? Do I get a cot? Do I have to go home to my children?
Dormitory style.
Yeah. I love how grimy it is.
It's so amazing. It's so dirty and dank, and God, it makes me happy. It's like my house. It's like a sex club. And there's sex in there too.
For broken soul.
It's always fun when there's a comic that's like, I know all the places where the cameras don't show. And I'm like, you've had blowjobs there.
Well, you can tell those comics too. It's the ones that go in the office and stare at where all the video cameras are.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, wait, that corner's not in any of these.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
That's a dedication to getting a blowjob. I've always just been like, let's get in my car and go somewhere else.
Let's go to Carney's.
Yeah, exactly. Under the booth at Carney's.
Now, how long did you ski for?
I started when I was like 3. It was like the
Holy shit.
first thing that that I like learned how to do with my dad. And then when he moved to the East Coast, I kept doing it, but it was like on my own. It was like riding ski buses up from Seattle to the mountains, and then in high school, just everybody piling in a car. But eventually, I decided I wanted to do it professionally, but I was nowhere good enough to actually do that. Like, I was really good, but you have to be like an athlete, and I was just kind of brave. So I did it for a couple years and broke all my joints,
That's awesome.
blew out my left
I
knee.
mean, that's not awesome.
It was fun. I'm glad I don't do it anymore.
It makes me sad when people are like, oh, I started doing this at 3 or at 4, and I'm like, my kids don't do shit.
I think it's okay.
Like, is it okay?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Because I'm going to get home today, and they're going to be in their chonies, eating cereal, watching YouTube, and playing Fortnite, and I'm going to go put them on skis. And just be like, Andy did it, you can do it now, too.
No, I mean, I love skiing, but it like separates you from everybody. I mean, like, I think the main thing is like, I think honestly the only thing you need to do as a parent is make the kids feel like loved or whatever.
And break them up with their dirty poor girlfriends.
Yeah, we gotta get rid of that bitch.
I know. God, I knew I was going to like you.
She seems like trouble. She's gonna try to get him to go to like her college and not his college.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
She's like, you want to go to Fullerton, right, babe?
That's where we're going, right, honey?
Yeah. Are they going to school in the fall?
Well, oh, God. So kind of what you said already. So, okay, when I got into his life, he was almost 4,
Okay.
and he always wanted to be a Marine. And I think a lot of it is his hero complex, because, his mom left him, whatever, and then he got stuck with me, poor kid. And then, so he's like, I want to be a Marine, and then he got with her, and her dad is a firefighter, so guess what he's going to be now?
Well, it's a good profession in California, apparently,
Yeah.
because it's constantly on fire
I
now.
don't like you anymore.
But I mean, at least firefighters safer than Marine. But
Yeah. I mean,
I wouldn't worry too much. I mean, he's an 18-year-old boy, whether he has disattachment disorders or not. Like, he's gonna eventually want to have sex with somebody else.
God, I hope so. I'm gonna buy him a hooker for his birthday for Christmas. Fuck it.
Buy him a one-way plane ticket to Puerto Vallarta.
Right?
Basically the same thing.
On spring break, let's go.
That's great.
Look at all these holes you can fill.
Take a condom.
There's so many holes.
So what about her? Is she in school?
She's in school. She's okay. One of the main reasons I don't like her is because she's a very smart child,
Ugh.
and she had it all going. She's a single child, spoiled rotten. Her parents have money, and so she was gonna go to a really good college. She got her pilot's license. Like, super proud of her. Like, girl power. Let's go, pussy. And then she met my son, and she stopped hanging out with her friends. She hasn't been in a plane since she's been with him. So she just kind of gave up her life for him. And I'm like, no, don't do that. Like,
Joy, I think there's a really simple solution to this girl.
crash her plane.
Yeah, get her back in the sky.
Let her watch La Bamba.
Yeah. Give her the JFK Jr. treatment. Be like, hey, do you want to fly to the Channel Islands this weekend?
You want to take Tyler to Puerto Vallarta?
Yeah. And then you just, as you wave goodbye, you have a little tube, you know?
La 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 Bamba.
My friend was saying that when they show La Bamba on like TBS,
Uh-huh.
one of the cuts they have, the plane doesn't crash.
Oh,
What?
shit.
Yeah, it's just like his plane takes off and it's the end of the movie or something.
Oh my
It's
god.
it.
Buddy Holly story.
Okay.
And so there's all these people out there who just
I have
Just-
no idea.
yeah, they
way.
just think Richie Valens is that his name, Richie Valens?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's just he stopped making music after that whirlwind tour.
Do you think there's ever been like a crazy fight where he's like, yeah, he died in the plane? No, he didn't. I saw the movie.
I just watched the
I
movie.
just saw it on TBS, motherfucker.
Is that Lou Diamond Phillips?
I think so.
Yeah.
I remember bawling my eyes out when I watched that movie when I was like 7, going upstairs and being like, Mom, Richie Valens is dead. I don't know why it was so important for a 7-year-old white child from Seattle to have a Latino hero, but we find our people.
When I read Gone with the Wind, for 2 months, I moped, and my dad would be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I'm like, he left her, and she still loves him. And he's all, who? And I'm all, Rat. And he's like, fucking Gone with the Wind, still joy. I'm all, yeah.
That's beautiful.
That's
No,
right.
Where are you from, Joy?
Madeira?
Where's that?
Fresno?
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like Madeira, like the Portuguese island. So now it's like,
No.
wow, very
I'm
exotic.
not. No.
So you're Central Valley.
I am Central Valley.
So you saw. When did you come to LA?
I've been here 14 years.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Is Madeira and like Fresno like as gnarly, like all methed out as they say it is?
Yes.
I have a friend who's like she's a public defender in Bakersfield,
Oh, fuck.
and I get the best stories from her. So amazing.
One of my first jokes I wrote was Bakersfield, and I said that it smells like crystal meth and broken dreams. Yeah.
It's it's really funny, the stuff she tells me. My favorite one is she says she gets a ton of guys who are like closeted men who they'll get robbed. I'm putting in quotation marks even though I can't use my hands. They'll get robbed in a motel with like a twee little otter boy, They're like, he robbed me. They'll call the cops, and the cops will be like, what were you doing in a motel, like in the wrong side of town? And they're just like, business? We were doing business in this motel, and it's a motel that rents by the hour. And then it's just so stupid because they probably wouldn't really lose like $500, and then they have to like tell their wife they're going to court.
Right.
I got robbed in my business motel.
We only had 30 minutes left. What were you doing the other 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Same thing I do to you, honey.
Main business.
You know.
You get it, you got it. Oh, that's funny. It probably is a podcast, and lawyers wouldn't be able to talk about it, but shouldn't that be funny to be able to talk about the things that they've seen and the things they've had to defend? Because
Yeah.
I've had to see some things in the massage room that I wish I wouldn't have.
Yeah, it's gnarly up there.
Yeah.
It's like with that much exposure to sun and valley fever. Do you have that up there? Do they have valley fever in
We don't
Fresno?
have valley fever in Fresno. We just have a lot of Armenians.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that helps, but
It's similar.
yeah,
Are you guys familiar with valley fever in the room?
No.
a little.
There's a spore that
Yes,
grows
yes,
in
yes.
the ground. It's like a fungus that grows in the ground in Bakersfield. And when like the right weather conditions spring up, it like goes into the air, and people people get sick and go weird. It's like Bakersfield's Santa Ana winds.
Somebody got it in Santa Clarita on the hiking trail.
Oh really?
And it was funny. We were just about to go hiking. I know I don't look like I hike, but I do. I just eat cheeseburgers afterwards and during. But we were gonna go, and my sister-in-law was like, "No, you're gonna get valley fever." I'm like, but then I could say that I, just allergic to it, and it made me expand. Well, can I use that? She's like, no, just say bagels, Joy. Bagels and cheeseburgers. I'm like, okay.
I love bread.
I do. I did go gluten-free, dairy-free, corn-free once, and I lost 70 pounds.
Jesus Christ.
But I found it. That was the problem.
What do you mean you found it?
I lost it, and then
Oh.
I ate a cookie, and then I ate another cookie.
Yeah, I get it.
Whew.
I just is it worth living?
Yeah.
To give up all those things?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Like,
So
of
I
course,
know what
I
it's
found
like.
all the ways to cheat. Like, potatoes, French
Mhm.
fries are not gluten, corn, or dairy.
Yeah,
So I ate French fries almost every day.
To have the money.
potato pancakes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Lots of cauliflower. Like, you can make cauliflower fries. Oh.
Yeah, those cauliflower buffalo wings.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah. So you
Um,
can do it.
No.
I just can't find the willpower again. I don't know where it went.
I had an ex-girlfriend that was, vegan, gluten-free, Los Feliz person. Actress / yoga instructor / photographer. I don't know what.
Slash crazy.
Yeah, very crazy.
I love Cassandra. By the way, Cassandra, for the podcast listeners,
Do not even. Do not even.
I won't. I
Put me on that
promise.
film. I will kill you.
Cassandra Cass, we are using her apartment again because she is fantastically amazing. And she's getting her hair did. She's
I won't. I
adorable.
promise.
She's my peanut gallery today.
Penis gallery.
Your penis gallery. And Polly's here doing her hair. Just fantastically.
Not sure.
No.
Not sure.
We like him.
He's on tour, bro.
But me and that ex, we went to Spain,
Uh-huh.
and she's vegan, gluten-free.
Starve.
Yeah, I mean, it was like literally like just, and she's also like a fucking picky eater.
Of
Oh.
course she is.
Like ruined the
But she
trip.
was hot. Of course.
She was hot, yeah.
Super
Yeah.
hot.
Her dad was the lead guitarist for Eddie Money.
Oh, hell yeah. So you kind of went Earl Skakel ways in a little bit.
Yeah, I was trying to marry into the cash.
I don't blame you.
Although they're not they're somehow Jews from Palmdale. That was the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
Are they really?
Yeah, the Jews from Palmdale. I think there was like one synagogue up there, and it was in a strip mall, and it was probably 14 parishioners. It was very bizarre.
And they started a band.
I think he was like part of the Hollywood Sunset Strip scene,
Okay.
and then once they had kids, they were like, we should probably take them far away from this evil place.
Yeah, Palmdale is like Bakersfield's cousin. Like
Yeah, it's not a
inbred
nicer
cousin.
place.
Like just Madera is Bakersfield's like inbred stepsister. I always say like, ew, Bakersfield, and everybody's like, where are you from?
Never mind.
We don't have to talk about that anymore.
Gross.
You live in Santa Clarita now.
Yeah. I went to Fresno State.
I did a gig up there one time in Fresno, but like if you just drive directly east into the mountains, there's a little lake.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to think of what it was called. Like, is it Bear Lake or something?
Well, there's a bunch of lakes. We have Hasley. We have.
It's like a
Eastman.
resort town. Anyways, resort town on a lake, and I did a gig up there. And they were like the rowdiest. It was like a mix of like redneck Trump lovers and Cholo bros.
Are you sure you weren't just at Fresno State?
I mean, I think they bust up from Fresno State,
Yeah, sounds about right.
but they didn't want to hear material. They just wanted to be berated. That was the only thing they wanted, was me to just talk shit about them. I loved that.
Was that fun?
It was pretty
They
fun,
wanted dominatrix comedy.
basically. But then I just had to bail immediately after because I didn't want to engage any of them.
You didn't want the repercussion afterwards. You're just like, I don't know.
I didn't want to hear all their racist jokes that they would. That's like people's favorite thing to do on a road gig is to be like, hey, I got a joke for you. And you're like, I'm going to be part of a hate crime right now.
You don't even have to be on the road. I get
Yeah.
people here, like when I'm in Santa Clarita, because I work for the chiropractor, and people are like, Joy, I got a joke for you to tell on stage. And I'm like, please no. It's like, my nanny was out with the kids yesterday. Fuck you.
Here we go.
Alright, what did Nanny do and who to?
And I knew, like, I was in very pretentious parts when I had a lady come in and she's like, oh my God, I need a massage so bad. And I'm like, oh, what's going on? what do I need to fix on you? And she's like, the nanny had a day off yesterday, and I had to watch my kids. I'm like, oh,
I had to pick them up.
I had to pay attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to like love them and stuff.
I'm like, guess what I have to do after I massage you and you tip me a quarter, you know?
How often do people flatulate on the table?
A lot more than you would think.
Do you acknowledge it?
No,
No.
I try not to. I have ladies, like women are adorable because I have ladies who are like sneeze and fart at the same time, and they're like, "Excuse me, I sneezed." And I'm all, and?
Excuse me, I only sneezed.
Yeah.
That was all that happened.
Do not pay attention to the thing under the sheet.
Yeah.
Like, but then I also have a guy. He's a super perv. He likes to grab my ass. He tells me I'm a bad girl. I see him regularly once a week, and his wife. And
Does he act like that in front of his wife?
no, she thinks that he sleeps.
During
But-
the massage?
Yeah, and he's no, Joy, you're a bad girl. You need to be spanked. And I'm like, nah, I'm actually a really good girl. I talk a lot, but
It's too bad he's not like a big producer. You
I know.
could make like $200 million real quick.
I don't know who my husband has to give a blowjob to, but if we could find them to get me famous, let's do it. He has a beautiful mouth.
Whoa.
Beautiful mouth.
This is commitment right here.
Because I can't give anybody a blowjob because that would be cheating.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he already has a dick, so, I mean, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But the guy, when I go up his leg, so I'm like going up his leg, so I'm bent over, so I'm about 2 feet from his ass. He'll let this silent one go that I don't know is there until I chew on it, and then I'm like a cat. Oh, I don't know what he eats before he comes, but Lord Almighty, whew, he needs to lay off dairy.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're like a medical professional, so you can't be like, hey, you're disgusting.
Yes. No.
That's just our bodies working.
And I have to be chameleon-like because I'll have people I'll have people who are talking and they'll say some horrible stuff and I'll have to agree with them. Like, especially like if they get into politics or like raising their children. And they're like, yeah, da, da, da. And I'm like, oh my God, you're an awful person. But yeah, I completely understand what you're saying. Thank God most of them are face down. I have a mirror in my room that I stare at a lot. And I just like go, just like, I don't know what's happening right now.
Do you have guys that like get torqued, get all boned up, and they think that you can give them a happy ending, or is it too formal of a setting?
No, they still try. Like,
There should be a medical kind of like professional that jacks you off.
There used to be. When
Really?
women went into hysterics, well, for women at least, when women went into hysterics, the doctor would come, and that's kind of how the vibrator came about. He would come and he would get rid of hysterics by giving you an orgasm.
That's great.
None of them had it.
John would be like, Joy, your medical bills this month are ridiculous. You gotta stop being hysterical, honey.
That's kind of great though, like a straight male sex worker
Uh-huh.
just having to go and please housewives.
She's in hysterics.
Yeah, it exists.
It
Trust
does.
me, I'm in the world. I see him.
Well, Theo Vaughn, he's in this thing.
Sorry. Theo Vaughn.
Theo Vaughn is in this thing. He talks about it on his podcast with Nikki Glazer, where he used to be a part of, he went to a training class on how to finger blast women.
Whoa.
And
Wait, I think I know about it. It's like this thing where you just
yes.
get women off,
And
and
then-
it's not like romantic necessarily. Like,
No.
It's almost like a massage. This girl was trying to get me to do it. She was like,
I just need one.
would you be interested in this? And I was like, so I just like hold you and jerk you off?
Uh-huh. And then you leave.
Yeah. And there's like a network, right?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a network and you like put in your thing. It's almost like Uber. You're like, I want to get off right now. And they're like, there's an Uber driver 5 miles from you. And you're like,
They
yeah.
are Uber drivers.
And Theo Vaughn quit because he was finger blasting this chick, and her dog bit him. And he was like, "Nah, I'm done, dude." And then he left, and he got out of the
finger blasting business.
Yeah, but I can't remember the name. It's almost like a medical professional name.
Yeah. I saw there's like a whole like you can go online and just find out about it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
That's
I
like
need
the
the money.
guys.
You have nice fingers.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're fingernails are nice and trim. Like
I gotta stop taking so much biotin. My fingernails grow too quick.
mine have always grown quick, and I don't take anything for them.
Yeah, it's the finger maintenance is important.
Yes.
It's a bad one when you realize you have a date and then you also have long fingernails. You're like, I gotta drop into the CVS real quick. That's why I have like 1,000 pairs of finger clippers.
I also have 1,000 pairs of finger clippers, but not for that reason.
Well, you can't have fingernails.
No.
Either.
I think it's disgusting. There's a couple massage therapists throughout the years that have like come in and out of the office, and they'll get their nails done, and I'm like, do you know how much DNA is under your fingernails right now?
They'll never be able to identify your killer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's disgusting. Like I said, I don't mind DNA getting shot on my face, but not under my fingernails. No, thank you.
They try to still have like manicured nails even though they're like doing this all day.
Yeah.
That's insane.
They also wear rings. What the fuck are you doing? Those are the ones that you know aren't gonna last. You're like, all right. You're a moron.
Yeah, like if you can't just be practical.
Yeah. Like I know what I'm in for. I know what I'm touching. People come straight from the gym. I do not live a glamorous life, which is why this podcast needs to fucking do something. Or comedy, but
Listeners.
My 9,000 followers are gonna change the game.
Andy Haynes.
I'm
I'm
Andy Haynes.
I love how Cassandra's Instagramming you right now.
I am. I'm gonna stop.
Cassandra's
Thank you.
favorite.
No results found.
For Andy Haynes.
How do you spell that?
Oh, it's IMANDYHAYNES.
Okay. Oh, here it is.
Got it.
Yeah. So what else do you like to do to relax?
Well, I'm sober, so
Okay. Oh shit.
I don't do anything that wild anymore.
Stay away from my pudding shots.
Yeah, I can't have a pudding shot. No, I don't know. I guess I exercise. It's like pretty lame. I live in New York, so it's like you got to just get relaxation like in little like spurts because the city is going. I go to the Schwitz a lot. Like there's like these old, they're called the Russian Turkish baths,
Okay.
and they're like these crazy ancient underground baths in the East Village, and it's like a bunch of different rooms that are like steam room, ambient heat room. There's a cold bath, and it's all these like old like Russians and Hasidic Jews.
Okay.
It feels like you're in a temple or something.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'll go there a lot.
Now, how long have you been sober?
4 years. 4 years and some change.
Good for you. My husband's on 10 years.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was I hadn't drank since like 2010, but I was like a pothead, and I was just like just smoking all the time,
Mhm.
and I was like, I probably could get more done.
I'm sorry. I just saw this David photo where
Oh,
you're naked.
Yeah, my art comparison.
I love the toilet in the back.
Thank you. I think that's at my probably at my mother's house. I don't think there's any way my bathroom in New York's big enough that you could see me and my toilet.
Now, are you glad you moved to New York?
I am, yeah. I've been in LA for 6 years, and I'm just like too susceptible to like all the ego stuff here.
Mm-hmm.
Like who's doing what and what's valued and what, I just want to do stand up, and if I'm lucky enough, write and act on things, but like stand up's the only thing that's ever really like got me anything.
Uh-huh.
So I kind of wanted to just get back to that square one. Like that's the thing that's always rewarded me. That's the thing I've stood out for. So, and I love it, and it's like the difference between like when you're in LA, I feel like if we like think of like stand up like a jazz musician,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of times when you're in LA, you're like a house musician, or you're playing as part of a different kind of gig. It's not like maybe you're not playing the music you want to play kind of thing. And then in New York, I get to be in like that little intimate jazz club and just kind of do my own thing. I also like, I really like I'm a snob. I like to go to museums and fancy restaurants and wear lots of like big lavish coats.
I love that.
Yeah, foppish. A very foppish boy.
Oh, you're a dandy.
Yeah, I'm a dandy.
Sorry.
All the historical romances I've read, I'm like, oh,
I did.
he would wear like 10 capes.
Yeah.
You exist.
I would wear a cape if they came back.
A cravat. Oh, fuck.
You have a good neck for a cravat.
Yeah, you do.
But I like, I like seasons. I like.
I'm so sick of hearing people say that.
Well, that's usually my complaint. Where I'm like, it doesn't even feel like December.
No, but I feel like in LA, like I can never tell when like time has passed. It's 75 degrees every day, and you're just like one day you're like, oh, I'm 36. I got here. What happened? Just keeps flashing. I love LA though at Christmas because it's empty.
Yes.
It's so wonderful.
I don't know. It took me forever to get here today. I cussed out a lot of people, and I hit an old lady with my table, and I didn't care.
But that's because you're coming from like normie commuters, right? Like all the people that are like people that live in Santa Clarita aren't like the assholes that like they live in LA,
Yeah.
It's not like the people who like come here just to work and then they go back to Connecticut or wherever their trust fund is based out of. Or,
Right. So how many times a year do you come to LA?
I've been in 2018. I've been here 5 times.
Okay.
The goal is to come here every other month.
Okay.
Or like 3 months on, 3 months off would be the most ideal.
Okay.
But I'm not quite there yet. I love being bi-coastal though. That's my dream. Is to come out here when I get sick of New York and vice versa.
Right. Because I know you did Crime, which is another podcast.
Oh yeah, with
John Shefsky and Rich
yeah,
Slayton.
yeah.
It's CRIIIME. I can't believe they haven't done that yet.
I know.
You guys can keep that.
They haven't done that?
No, they haven't done the I.
That's
I'm like,
fucked
what the
up.
fuck? But my husband's like, you make sure you tell Andy his episode of Crime is my favorite episode.
Oh, that's so nice.
He was dying laughing, and then I listened to it while I was wrapping presents, and it was fucking hilarious.
Thank you. Yeah, I love those guys.
They're amazing.
What's funny is the viewer doesn't, or the listener doesn't. I just got this tattoo. John Shefsky used to be a tattoo artist. I don't think he does it anymore.
Really?
But he was like a tattoo artist. Like when I first met him, he was like, I met him at the San Francisco comedy competition, and then I didn't see him for years, and then Instagram came along, and he was doing all this tattoo art. It's weird, like how all the things that people do on their way to becoming comics.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I have 6 books published.
Oh
Self
shit.
indie published, so it doesn't really count. All you do is press a fucking button. But
What kind of books?
romance.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Super nerd.
I love that shit.
I do too.
I haven't read much romance, but like if I could find the time in my day to like write like noir, like what are those called? What's the term? It's like
I should fucking know.
It's not like pop. It's like old Hollywood.
Yeah.
What do they call it? It's
Like the vintage?
There's a word for it. It's
I know.
pulp. Pulp. Yeah.
Like
right?
Pulp Fiction?
Isn't
No,
it?
not Pulp
Like
Fiction.
then they used to have all the like Dashiell Hammond like pulp novels. Isn't that?
Well, Pulp Fiction is what they used to do. It was a penny. It was a penny a word. You got paid a penny a word. And so, in fact, L. Ron Hubbard is
Yeah, he was the guy, right?
he's still the leader of writing the most Pulp Fiction. This guy cranked out so many fucking words, and the reason they called it Pulp Fiction is you get paid a penny a word, but they would print it on this really crude paper that was super pulpy, and that became Pulp Fiction.
I love how LA has like a special kind of just real dirtbag like L. Ron Hubbard. Sorry, is anybody a Scientologist here?
No, you're good.
I want to be careful not to be thrown out this window.
We love Scientologists here on Happy Endings with Joy. Eileen, please don't kill us.
They have
Or make us famous. We don't know.
They have Santa. Have you been by there? They've got a whole Santa
No.
thing. Yeah, I want to dress up as my Miss Santa and fucking go.
Can I
fuck
go with
them.
you?
Wait, they have a Santa?
I'll be your fat
Yeah.
elf.
They've
I
set up
guess.
a whole like little like Santa's. Yeah, Santa's home. No, I drove by and saw people sitting.
So
with
they
Santa.
have on Sunset, they have the Life Museum of L. Ron Hubbard. And John was like, let's go in. And I'm like, fuck you. So I made him leave all of our stuff in the trunk of the car, like my purse, nothing personal came in. And it was this cute, adorable little girl. And she did the tour. And the Pulp Fiction part was really interesting because it had every Pulp Fiction he had ever written. And, you know, as an author, I was like, holy shit. And he's, yeah, super, I mean, it's insane. But he wrote so many and it had all of them. And I was like, you know what? That's freaking awesome. And he still has an award. There's an L. Ron Hubbard Award for science fiction that you get paid a shit ton of money if you win. And it's very prestigious. It's just everybody hates that it's Scientology based.
Let's figure out how to do that.
Yeah, so we went through, and then they make you watch a video on Scientology where the girl was outside taking notes, watching us watch it.
Oh, so Mormonism.
It was insane. And then we left, and this little girl, you know how I am. I'm a mom. So she was like, I go, how long have you been in Scientology? And she's like, oh, since I was like 15. She's like, I was struggling with high school. And she's like, I never would have passed high school without Scientology. And I was all, that's not true. You're a very smart, intelligent, beautiful girl. And like, the John's grabbing me by my hair and like pulling me out. Like, you could have done anything you want. I'm super proud of you. And John's like, shut up.
I love how like just he was like a Pulp Fiction guy, and then he got into science fiction, and then he was like started this group to be a tax free.
Yep.
It's just, and they don't really like acknowledge that in that museum, I'm guessing.
No. And his Pulp Fiction, there's one where he okay, so Xenu's like the god of Scientology.
You're about him?
But you don't find out about Xenu until you've spent like, I think, $250,000.
Yeah, you gotta be deep.
Yeah, you have to be like level gazillion or whatever. So, and then you find out about Xenu, but you already paid so much money. You're like, fuck. All right. So there's a Pulp Fiction where he talks about Xenu. That was the only one that wasn't in there, at least when I scanned it.
That's wonderful.
I was like, oh shit, they're just not acknowledging shit.
I know that like Abby Roberge and Ari they would go and like fuck with people at the Scientology Center, like go and take their classes and try to be like, you know, like, and like they gave them all their numbers and stuff, and I was like, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
We're just gonna find you in the LA River.
I massaged an LAPD. He's pretty high up, and he was like, you don't talk about Scientology on stage, do you? And I'm all, no, I don't really have any Scientology jokes. And he's like, yeah, don't. And I'm all, okay. And he's like, yeah, just don't. And I guess at one point, you know, the big blue building down here, the Scientology building, he had to go in there because somebody was threatening David Miscavige's life. And he's like the leader now. He took over for L. Ron. And he said he walked in the office and there was all of these half-filled glasses of water. And I was like signs? And he's all, yeah. And I'm like, oh shit, okay. For the aliens? And he's like, I don't know. I didn't ask. And he was super small and super sweaty. So they call him, well, I'm not going to say what LAPD calls David Miscavige, but it has something to do with sweaty and small.
I love it. I love how crazy that is.
It's insane.
It's like, imagine if you like doubled down on a lie, and then like 10 years later it was a worldwide religion.
Right.
It's just, I think that's such a great story.
It is pretty. It's intense.
Like, I know it's sad, but like, you know, people are gonna die and do sad things always. So at least enjoy the more unique ones of them, you know. Yeah.
The only thing is, like, unless you're really high up on the totem pole, like you're a celebrity, you get treated like shit.
No, I used to drive all the time over by like their little compound, and like people would be like doing all the construction. Like, they didn't get construction workers; they got like their parishioners to do construction. It would be like, you know, some like 45-year-old woman in like a polo shirt pouring concrete. I was like, I don't, you know.
That just seems like poor decision making because Edith doesn't know what she's doing.
Yeah, poor Janet.
I know.
But it's
she's
just
an accountant. She doesn't know anything about concrete.
She's not an accountant because she's giving her money away. She works at McDonald's. And she wants to be on TV. But
I hope they make it.
I do too. But see, John gets very obsessive about things. So we started watching the Leah Remini Scientology. And then, of course, John read every book on it. So he's like, babe. And that's why we went to the museum. Because he's like, let's go fuck with them. I'm like, I'm not going to die. We have kids. And you're not going to die because we have kids. And you're not leaving me alone with them. Whew. So, same thing with the store. Like, when I was like, I'm in love with the Comedy Store, John read every book on the Comedy Store. Like, I know way more than I should about the Comedy Store. So, he was just obsessed with it. And they talk about, like, how they have these kids in compounds. And this 8-year-old girl, it was David Miscavige's sister, and she was 8. And they don't really believe in doctors, but she would go around and it was her job to hand people vitamins, like vitamin C, vitamin E. And if somebody got hurt, it was her job to be like, oh, you need this. And she was 8.
Jesus.
And my 8-year-old, like I said, well, he'll be 8 next month, he can't even wipe his ass correctly. I'm like, okay. It's crazy the amount of jobs they give people.
Have you had like a ghost or like weird store thing yet? Like where you've been there late and seen something spooky?
The only thing that's ever happened is when I first started.
Shore.
I got sexually harassed by Pauly Shore.
Don't tell me about my office story.
Well, Pauly Shore is now terrified of me because I was in the kitchen and I was humping the air and he walked by me and got scared and he does not make eye contact with me anymore. And
no, Pauly Shore, I was carrying a tray through the main room one night and I was trying to go out that back door by the booths and something reached out from the booth and grabbed my leg and it was Pauly Shore and I was like, don't scream, there's someone on stage. What is wrong with you?
Pauly Shore's in love with Emily.
No.
And Cassandra. And anything else with a vagina.
Or a man-made one. It doesn't really matter.
Yours counts. Yours is prettier than mine, so.
Yeah. Did
At
you
least
ever
he's
go?
consistent. No, I haven't. When I first got past the store, I would hang out there really late, but I eventually stopped hanging out. I wasn't one of the guys that shut it down, especially when I stopped, smoking weed. There was no reason to sit around.
Right. No, my whole thing, when the first day I worked there, they have a show up in the belly room called Bitch, and they have a sign that hangs down stairs that points you up the stairs to the belly room. And I walked by with, I don't know, chicken tenders or whatever, and the Bitch sign fell, right when I walked by it, and I'm sorry, Mitzi. I'm sorry, should I not work here anymore? Am I a bitch? Fuck, what do I do? So.
That's your only ghost story?
That's my only ghost story. I think Mitzi hates me, so.
No.
But I love her. I have a dog named after her.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah,
I never met Mitzi.
No? Who passed you?
Tommy.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I mean, I feel like with how much it's changed since Tommy left, I don't even know if I would have gotten in because it's so much more competitive now. You used to just have to berate Tommy, just sit by the window and just listen to him pontificate on comedy. But
now we're all just afraid of Adam.
Yeah.
I do stupid shit in front of Adam. Adam, yeah.
But Adam, I think it's so weird because Adam is this New Order, Joy Division loving kind of autistic guy. No, but he's pretty, and then he's put in this position where he has to say no all the time. I think
that's why he ignores us. If a staff member comes out, if he's talking to friends, he will leave.
Yeah.
He will not talk to you.
That's wonderful.
Because him and Tebow are best friends.
Oh, of course.
Emily walked up. We were out on sacred ground. And Adam just turned around and left. And I go, he hates me, because I have this
no, I'm pretty sure it's me.
This thing where I think everybody hates me, and I'm annoying, and I should shut up and stop talking. And then I get on stage, and that's going on in my head while I'm talking.
It's great.
It's fantastic. But,
self-loathing.
Tebow was all, no, it was Emily. And it was before I worked there, and he was like, he won't be around if any of the staff's around. So.
Yeah, it's, I love that place. I mean, I was over the moon to get my name on the wall. It's such a huge thing.
I've already picked out where my name's going.
Where?
In the bathroom.
On the wall with my phone number next to it.
For a good time.
For a funny good time. Go Joy.
She's strong
naked.
No, I just I think like I don't have being sober. It's like I don't get the complete hang because so much of that place is like shutting it down. Waiting till Dawn gets on stage and seeing all that madness.
Yeah.
But I go to AA there sometimes, so I feel like I'm just on the other side of it.
Yeah, they'll all be there soon.
Yeah, I'm opening it. Other people are closing it. It is weird to go there though, like during the day. Like I've shot some sketches in different parts of it, and it's like when it's empty, it does feel haunted.
It does.
I've done phones and stuff before, and you're sitting there and you'll just hear noises, and you're like, Mitzi, please be Mitzi.
And then
That's
it's just
the best
Polly.
case scenario.
Polly grabs your leg.
Jerking off behind you.
I
got some sauce for your tenders. All right. Is there anything you want to plug?
When will this go out?
I think you're 3 weeks out. You're 3 weeks out.
I don't.
Unless you want to be sooner, then I can bump you.
No, you're fine. I don't have anything really like on. I'm going back into just New York mode. If you're in New York City, come see me at the Comedy Cellar or one of the many other venues there, or follow me on social media.
Very cool. How do you feel?
Great.
Awesome. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Now, do I jack off or? Is that how this works?
We
No,
spin a
I've been doing
wheel.
it. That's why I stand in the
Oh,
corner of the
okay.
camera.
We spin a wheel.
What's this black mask for?
Just relax. Now you're relaxed.
Yep.
And now here it comes. All right. All right, you guys, that was the episode with Andy Haynes. I hope you enjoyed it. That was a super fun one for me. You should totally go on his Instagram and check out his new tattoo. Please, if anybody wants to sponsor us, I'm really trying to get like a CBD sponsor so I could start using their product on the comedians. So I'd love to shout you out if you have a CBD company that you want to sponsor, even if you just want to send me like supplies instead of just, we could do that. But please leave comments. Likes, anything like that helps for this podcast, guys. joyshappyendings@gmail.com is the email. Just like, subscribe, comment, anything like that. I'd super appreciate it. And have a great holiday, guys. Till next time. Bye.